I'm 25, soon to be 26, and that at the same time feels completely right and completely not right at all. After living with Dan for a bit and then living back with Hazel for a year of lockdown, I now, after flat musical chairs, live in my flat that I own with Martin and Greta, and they're both just so wonderful. Greta is small, soft, talented and fierce, but in a magnificent way.
How can we make this a nice process for you?
Martin is a gentle giant who can whip out a whistle tone like it's nothing. And we'll march around the flat at 11 p.m. to make sure he gets his 10,000 steps of the day.
Woo! I did it! Well done, great.
There is music and laughter in every day, and sometimes we dress up in drag or decide to sand a TV cabinet at 10 at night. I love the chaos, it matches me perfectly. And I miss my other friends, and I freak out that my friend family is shifting, as it tends to do every 5 years or so. But I have to keep reminding myself that that's mostly the pandemic. They're all still there. I still love them. They all still love me. I still live with constant derealization. I'm always spaced out, and I think about it every day. It's funny when people ask me if I have any tips or how it's gotten better. It hasn't. I've just sort of accepted that this is where I'm at. I like when people bring it up because it's nice to know that they're aware that I feel this way and that they're thinking of the thing that I'm always thinking about. It's very validating. Yeah, I still deal with depression. I do deal with depressive episodes every now and again, whether that's a day or a string of days or a month or, I don't know, or even just a moment or an afternoon, and then it's released by something. I don't know, I have to figure that out. I think this is what they mean when they say, like, it becomes your friend and you become adjusted to living with it. I think this might just be how it is now, and that's fine. I'd say I'm friends with my depression at this point. Do I believe that? I don't know. I have therapy every month or so, and in those I am processing complex trauma. A variety of things. I'm probably the villain in like 10 people's stories, but there's like 1 or 2 that are very right. I am completely the villain, and I still think about that a lot. I feel very lonely. I'm not lonely. I have friends around me. It's probably like an internal loneliness, I think, and a bodily loneliness. As a woman, I worry if I am not tiny and sexy and flexible and fuckable, then I am nothing. It's a terrible thing to admit, especially when I can't express how much I don't think that about other people. People are worth everything, so much more than any of that. It's so weird that I only apply that to myself. As a 25-year-old, I barely exercise. I don't know, we have been waking up in the mornings and doing yoga and going for a walk, but I definitely don't like work out. Don't know what that was. I would love to reconnect with my 7-year-old self and be able to do the monkey bars again, but I'm a lot heavier and don't have much upper body strength. I've recently had a lot of old footage found, and it makes me feel a variety of things. Sometimes it makes me feel really close to my inner child, and that's been really helpful in looking after myself in depressive episodes because it helps me to look after my basic needs. I talk to her. I'm like, what can I get you? Are you hungry? Let's get you fed. Are you cold? I'm really sorry I didn't dress you properly enough to keep you warm. What would you like to do? Yeah, that's been nice. But also, it's kind of like fucked me up in seeing before the line in my life a fake truth of a family that shattered. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really confusing and interesting, but painful, and I don't really know why. I mean, I do know why. I'm working on it in therapy. I recently connected with my abusive ex's ex. Yes, the one I was talking about in Angry. She reached out to me, and it has been so healing, so great. It's so wild. I'm so lucky that I get to have someone to work through that trauma with. It's kind of bittersweet because now I'm not alone in all of that pain, but obviously I hate to think that for every memory and trigger that I have, she can match it. And I'm annoyed that it took someone else to repeat back what happened to me for me to use the appropriate labels. I felt like a whiny woman until I heard it from someone else's mouth, and I'm like, you can use those words. We can use those words. I, at the same time, want to be the most open and honest book that I can be in this world of show, but also keep my private life private, because Christ, it is way too difficult and complex to share, and really, really damaging and horrible when thousands and thousands of people have opinions on raw, painful topics in your life. So it's a good thing that I'm making this video, isn't it? I probably struggle with knowing what to do because I grew up with no boundaries when I was younger, and I'm learning them now. I believe in the capacity for empathy in everyone. I'm determined to coax it out, but I don't know if I have the strength to try by putting me at the forefront. It took me a while to feel valid as an artist, because I was a young girl with a ukulele playing on YouTube. And now I think that stereotype is sexist. The ukulele is a very accessible instrument. I am so proud that I learned how to strum on that damn little thing. 4 strings, 4 fingers. I wrote music and uploaded it for years on YouTube, and that allowed me to grow and get better, really. Build on my sounds, learn from other people, learn from myself. I'm so grateful to YouTube, and I love it when people bring up YouTube in interviews or say that it was a home for me, because it was. Here I am, direct communication. What I don't like is when people call me a YouTuber, because it puts me in a box that I don't think I belong in. Or maybe I'm just being pretty. Okay, I think that is all for this week. If you don't know, I'm going to upload a video every Thursday up until the release of my album, which was pushed back until the 7th of May. So yeah, there'll be 7 more of these videos. Well, not these exact videos, but this was 8. Cool, thanks, bye.
Week by week, moment by moment, time will pass.